is coming.
What's up, guys? Don't worry, Justin is here. He's waiting. I just wanted to get the stream started. I want to say really quick, Sean Sheridan, thank you so much for the $5.99 super chat. Says no Mia Goth nomination is a disgrace. X and Pearl don't deserve a nomination, but she does, and you're absolutely right. Which is why this is going to be the background today. We're just going to have Mia Goth here the whole time, reminding the Academy and reminding anybody else that may not agree that she was absolutely deserving. You cannot convince me that anybody turned in a more compelling performance than Mia Goth did in Pearl. Sean, thank you very much for that super chat. And Sean sent another super chat. I do hope Austin Butler gets the Oscar. That boy is the reincarnation of Elvis. Hey, I haven't seen it yet. I've heard great things about it. It's on HBO Max. I have no excuse to not watch it. I might finally watch that tomorrow. But thank you again, Sean. Very kind of you. Very generous. Let's bring Justin on in here. Justin.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
I was doing a little introduction. I'm all right. You like my background?
I do. I love the background. The Mia Goth. I know it's a shame. I'm happy Jamie Lee Curtis is nominated. That makes up for what happened. But the Academy does not love, and I'll say this, they don't love horror movies. They really don't. I mean, even if you don't nominate the movie, to not look at the talent that is either behind or in front of the camera is a real shame. And it happened with Toni Collette. It happened with the actress from Us. Who is she? Lupita
Nyong'o.
Yes. And look at Mia Goth. So yeah, it's a really, really sad thing. And I don't like it. So
well, Justin, Maxine is coming. Hopefully that movie just further solidifies her case as one of the great actresses working today.
I mean, Jason, she's gonna be great in that.
Oh yeah. Yep. Jason, JDev TV says, I love Scream content. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. And yes, Jason, to you and to anybody that is here today. I saw Chelsea in here as well talking about how this is right up her alley. Well, look no further if you're a Scream fan. We're going to be talking about Scream today. Scream 6. Scray VI. Yeah,
Scream
whatever,
sucks.
however you want to call it. Six Scream. It doesn't matter. We're here to talk about Scream today. There's a lot. Justin, I have yet to get your thoughts on this because the last time, by the way, to everybody that's in here, Evan, JC, JDev, Quentin, Rudy, Piz. Oh, yes, Piz Owl says the fact that Rowan Campbell did not get nominated for his performance as Corey Cunningham is proof that there is no justice, no truth, no honor in this cruel and empty world.
Speaking of Razzies, somebody, Rudy's mentioning this. I am not happy with the Razzies right now because what? I know it's happened in the past and they should never do this, but nominating a kid for a Razzie Award.
What was that?
The actress who was in the new Firestarter. It was a very sad thing. Like, I made a post about it. I was not happy. I was like,
the Razzie
I don't care
should
if you
not
like
exist.
the movie or not. Like,
they shouldn't even exist. I mean, the
I
Razzies
don't like
should
the Razzies.
not. It's not even a real. It's not even a real award. I mean, who cares?
I guess what gets me upset though is the fact that like this is a young kid, and like and I made the post. I said, kids go through a lot already in life, social media, just in life in general. So to do this to a kid, like I know they've done it in the past, it should not be a thing. Should not be a thing. And,
no, it shouldn't.
And she was awesome, by the way. I'm going to throw that out there right now. She was one of the best things about the movie.
Abolish the Razzies. Abolish them.
Abolish them.
Sean, another super chat. Thank you so much, man. Scream, please, more than 2 killers. Tired formula. Oh, we're going to get into that, Sean.
I kind of want 1 killer. I don't know.
We'll get into it. I was going to say, Justin, since the last time you and I did our stream last week, that trailer came out.
Yeah.
I want to ask you first, what did you think?
I've watched it maybe 3 or 4 times, and I love it. I love it. And I think this is going to be, I said it in the last one, and it was very proven. Like Ghostface in the last movie was like dark and ruthless. He's going to be really dark and ruthless in this, like brutal. And yeah, I loved it. I love the New York setting. I like that vibe it has. I love it. There's a lot of things I love about it. I love the Courtney Cox moment in this movie, and I think she's gonna kick ass. And I'm just so excited to see this movie. Kirby looks amazing. I love she's coming back. I'm just really looking forward to it. And it holds no bars because Ghostface goes into a consignment store and, just kills random people that are in there. Like, it's just, I'm excited.
Yeah, I see a lot of people.
It looks amazing.
I see a lot of people in the chat talking about how they want 1 killer this time around. I'm
not sure if
it might be quite a few killers. I think that this is going to be different than what we've seen up to this point. I can confidently say this is going to be different.
I honestly would like. I would honestly like 1 killer. I don't know why. I mean, if we get more than 1, I'm totally fine with it. If the story goes well and it wraps up nicely, but I would like 1 killer. I love Scream 3. You guys know I do, and I love the fact that Ronan was the only killer we had, and it made for a really great ending. So, I mean, we'll see though.
Yeah, no, that definitely is one of my favorite finales in the series. 3 is absolutely up there. But I want to say, let's get into it. Honestly, I watched the trailer too. I knew it was coming that morning. I rolled over in bed. My alarm went off at 9 a.m. and that is when it dropped. So my phone had just notified me that the trailer had dropped, and I immediately watched it in bed, and it was awesome. I loved it. I will say, I don't think personally that this trailer, as opposed to looking at 5's trailer in hindsight, I don't think that this trailer really exposed much,
No, I don't
honestly,
think
at
it did
all.
either.
Yeah, which is good. And there was a lot of things that this trailer made me walk away from, like kind of scratching my head a little bit. Like I really liked the "It's a shrine" line, and then you get to
Oh
see like
yeah, that was cool.
every robe from every previous Ghostface
Every one
killer,
of them. Oh
and
my gosh.
then it makes you wonder because some people are assuming one thing. Well, guys, this could be one of two
Well,
things. This could be either this is the killer's shrine to all the previous killers, or this could be one of the people in the group has all of this stuff because of this crime spree, because they're obsessed. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to crack the code. Who knows?
I want a freaking awesome ending. I want a great reveal of a killer. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was gonna say you were talking about like one of the people in this group has this shrine. I kind of want that. I want that to throw people off so much, to think that like one of these members, one of these group cast members that we've known is a Ghostface killer. I don't know.
Not the rapper, not the rapper Ghostface killer, but yes. Piz says, spoiler alert, Mrs. Loomis didn't die and Stu didn't die. They've teamed up to get revenge. Debbie Salt.
I love Debbie Salt.
Debbie Salt. No. A lot of people
she's
like
iconic.
Debbie Salt.
She is iconic.
Never big into her. Never big
why?
into her.
I don't understand you. I'm just kidding.
No, I understand. And her motivation's good, obviously. But I was definitely more of a Mickey guy, although you knew it was Mickey.
Billy,
I mean,
Billy
yeah.
was a good boy. You know what makes me sick?
Scream 2 is really good, but and yes, Piz, there is only one Ghostface killer. Wu-Tang.
It's called a makeover kill.
But I think, like, personally, when it came to this trailer, though, there was a lot of Piz was actually talking about it on Instagram after it came out, and we had a like mini discussion about it because I agreed with some of the things that he said. That like some of the lines in the trailer did seem kind of like corny, like over the top. But I think that those are trailer lines. I think a lot of them are trailer lines, and I hope they are because some of them do seem kind of like, oh, really? Like, really? Like the whole like, I don't know. You could clearly tell there's one point in the trailer where it's supposed, I think it's Tara, but it is the most cut together line ever where she says, we lure him in, and it's like three separate lines put into one. Yeah. And so like, I'm thinking it's stuff like that. They did that with the last trailer, but I will tell you one thing. My favorite line of this trailer, Justin, and that's why I'm going to shoot you in the fucking head.
Oh, I loved it. Oh my gosh.
Love it. Are you ready? Are you ready for an unhinged Gale?
I am. Some people think she's going to die. I don't think she's going to die. And I would be so pissed if they kill off. I don't want these new movies to be, let's get rid of the OGs and every movie kill one of them. Like, no. Like, no, I don't.
I think she's safe. I think
she's safe too.
They got a lot of blowback after Dewey, which not rightfully. I don't agree with that. Look, I was okay with one of the legacy cast dying. If I had my pick, it would have been Gale because I like Dewey so much. I don't dislike Gale. I just like Dewey more. But I think that it gave them a nice moment of like, holy shit, like nobody's safe. And I feel like it was necessary for the fifth movie in a horror series. But they did
repeat it again.
Yeah, well, they got a lot of blowback. So I think she's safe. I really do. But Kirby, Kirby's looking good.
I'm excited. I am excited.
And Justin, Samara Weaving. We got a quick glimpse of Samara Weaving. I'm just gonna say I think she's the opening kill. I think
she's the opening kill too. I think she's going to be the opening kill on this movie.
Which isn't crazy. Justin, what is up with Scream getting these A-list actors to only come in for a 10-minute opening just to get killed?
I know. It's so crazy. You go back to, Scream in 96, and I love the marketing. I love how that movie just told everybody, oh, Drew Barrymore is our lead. She is our lead. You're going to follow her. This is her movie. And 20 minutes into the movie, maybe a little less than that. That movie still that 20 minutes still gets me every time. Still gets me every time.
No, it's impactful. And Chelsea, you're right. Yeah, because they can. But I'm just saying, like, damn,
I
you
know,
Scream. You get these big names, and we're like, oh my God, I wonder what role they're going to play. And then it's like, they're dead. Like,
I mean,
what
look at this. I mean, look at this. You had Jada Pinkett Smith, and I'm forgetting the actress name in Scream 2. She was a big name. She was
Omar
a pretty
Epps.
big
That
name
was
at the
Omar
time.
Epps, right?
Yeah. They were pretty big names at the time. And then on top of that, in the beginning of that, in Scream 2, on the screen you had drawing a blank. Heather, she was in License to Drive. Why am I drawing a blank on her name?
Heather, for what and what?
Scream 2. Who was the actress who was playing Drew Barrymore's part?
Oh, Heather Graham. Heather Graham.
I mean, it's just amazing how you get these actors to pop in just for, like, you know, less than a minute, 20 minutes. Like, it's amazing. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
No, in the only bummer I had about this trailer, I'll be totally honest with you, I had one bummer. And we're going to break this down a little bit more, guys, and we're going to talk about we're going to talk about some takeaways from the trailer and whatnot. But the one thing that I didn't care too much for in this trailer was that they leaned right back into the subway setting at the end, because we'd already seen that, and I wanted to see more new footage. And I was just like, I get it. They're keeping a lot away from us, and I'm cool with that. Like, I am cool with that because I don't want to be spoiled. But I was kind of bummed because I was like, but I've seen this already. Like, show me a little bit more new stuff. I
was the same way. And if you're going to show that scene, let it be the first time we see it. Like, I don't know. It doesn't surprise you like we saw with that teaser trailer. It would have been better if they had never shown any of that.
Yes.
So
yeah. No, you're absolutely right, Afro. Well, yes. I know, Mike. Look, like, I haven't been doing content as much lately, so like I haven't really been gaining many subs, just a few here and there. But yeah, I'm freaking so close to 3K, guys. I know some of you guys that are watching this probably aren't subscribed to the channel, just because I do that myself. There's YouTube channels I watch that I just have never subscribed to, and I don't know why. And then I'm like, oh shit, I never subscribed. So yeah, subscribe if you guys haven't yet. But okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, Justin.
Okay.
First thing, I feel like this is very intentional on the filmmaker's part. I want to know your opinion on it.
Okay.
I think they're intentionally trying to mislead us with Sam and Tara in the trailer.
Yeah.
There were moments of, Sam holding the mask. There was a moment with the knife. There was that smile, that almost kind of like smirk it looked like Tara was giving as she was reaching out for Sam or something like that. I absolutely think that they are 100% trying to mislead us. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I think so. I think so. And I don't want to be the one that's like, well, I think this person's going to be the killer. I'm not going to do that. But I totally think that we're all thinking that Sam is going to be like a killer at the end. What if Tara is actually one of the Ghostface killers? You never know.
So here's what I was going to get into. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. Here's what I was going to get into with that, Justin.
But I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know, but I'm just throwing it out there.
I know, I hear you, but I personally think there's no way they make Tara a killer. I think that Jenna Ortega's star is way too bright right now. And I just don't think that personally, I don't think they're going to do that. I think, and honestly, you and I talked about this a week or two ago, or maybe it was a little bit longer when the teaser came out. And we both agreed that Tara should be the lead, not Sam. And
I think so too. I think Tara should be the lead.
She's a stronger actress, and I think that there's more to that character personally. But I really don't think that they're going to do that.
And also I would say maybe none of them will be the killer though. What if I think, and this could be like a, throw people off. What if Sam winds up dying in this movie and Tara winds up kind of taking that mantle of like Scream 7 is going to be her film?
I'll tell you what, I'm okay with it. I really am.
Yeah, I am too. I'm not the biggest Sam fan. I think she's not a bad actress, and it's not a bad character, but just the character in general, I wasn't really hooked on as much in that last movie. Like out of all the characters we had, she was one of those rare ones where I was like, I'm not really vibing with Sam right now.
Honestly, you want that's not a hot take because I agree with you, Justin. But you want to know a crazier take that I'm going to get shit for? I don't really care for Mindy. I like Chad better.
Oh, the twins?
Yeah,
I love Mindy, but I love Chad.
I thought Chad was hilarious. I really like Chad. And
is it because like they tried to make Mindy like more like
I feel like they leaned a little bit too hard into like Mindy's the new Randy. Like,
yeah, that's what I was say. Yeah, I know.
So on the nose, where it was like she's a good actress. Jasmine Savoy Brown is a good actress. Don't get me wrong. My issue is like the audience knows. Like we know that this is supposed to be your new Randy type character. Yeah. When you lay it on that thick, it
comes cheesy.
It's a bit cheesy. Do you think we're all stupid? Like I don't know.
It's a bit cheesy. I can totally see that. It could be cheesy.
Yeah, well, Piz says in the chat that he got into a debate with some fans recently that there's no way that they kill off Ortega. Yet there's just I just don't think they kill off Jenna.
Oh, I don't think she's gonna die. No, I don't think she's gonna die. She's gonna be in the next one. She'll be in the next one.
Yeah, and quite frankly, JDF, great.
Oh, I agree.
Kirby was the best thing since Randy.
But she made it her own character. They weren't trying to copy Randy. Like they were like, she's just a film buff, but she is such a great character. I mean, she's my second favorite character after Sydney in the franchise.
And I got to tell you, she's so funny. Like you go back and you watch Scream 4 and the moments where she's like, what are you doing in my house? Like when Trevor just shows up at the party and she's like, who invited you? And it's just like, she's literally like, she's a smart ass. She's tough. She's funny. She's incredibly knowledgeable about horror movies. And yes, Alexis, they should have never killed Randy. Ever.
I agree.
But,
I
you know.
agree. I agree with that.
Mike, no, they haven't confirmed a third movie yet, but my buddy that he's not like, I don't know, he's the guy that I get a lot of the info from about the Scream movies, and you guys know him on YouTube if you follow his channel, Critical Overlord. Like we've messaged many times back and forth about it, and I was just talking to him the other day over DMs, and I was like, hey, like, do you know if like that's a thing? And he was like, yeah, that, you know, that's always been the intention from what I've heard, is that this is a new trilogy, and they've kind of made no point to stray away from people understanding that, like knowing that it's going to be a new trilogy, because like there was talk, I think Neve herself said after the discussions fell through for Scream 6 that, you know, like, oh, well, I'd like to come back, you know, I'm still open to coming back. So I think that, I think that this is definitely a trilogy for sure. And by the way, can we just say to everybody that thinks that this movie is, you know, the hashtag no Neve, no Scream fan.
Oh, bullshit.
I'm just going to tell you right now, if people actually think this movie's going to flop,
it's not going to flop.
No, it's going to make well, language. No, bullshit. It's going to make well over $100 million. Like,
it's going to be a hit. It's going to be.
And Jenna's even bigger now than she was when Scream came out.
I mean, look at that. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was.
No, you're good.
Jenna's like huge right now between Wednesday, Ty West's X, this movie. I mean, I'm glad Ty West's X did well in theaters. I mean, it wasn't a groundbreaking movie, but I bet you at least half of the people came to that movie because of Jenna Ortega.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, she's having her in this movie, stamp right there. But also, I think having Hayden Panettiere come back as Kirby is a big thing, because I remember when the last Scream was coming out, and so many people, including myself, were very vocal about getting her back. And because she's coming back, I think she's going to be one of the reasons why this is a hit. Then you got Samara Weaving, who people know she's great in a lot of stuff that we've seen within the last years. So this is going to be a hit.
Yeah, and Piz, no, I mean you're
Brittany
right.
Snow
Like
too. I love Rudy. I love my Brittany Snow. So.
They really do. Like I do feel like they haven't found the perfect balance yet of the OG cast and the new cast. But I think that's why of these newer characters they've introduced, I really like Chad because he doesn't seem like any of the previous movies characters. Like he's pretty unique. And I really enjoyed Richie like a lot. I really enjoyed Richie and was so bummed that he turned out to be one of the guys because
one of the killers.
Yeah, I really liked Richie. I mean, but it was a good twist for me. You know, I did enjoy that. But
Rudy, I'm a prom night fan.
I like me some Brittany Snow, but
I love prom night.
Hey, what's up, Cody? My buddy Cody, dude who loves movies, he just opened his channel. You guys might remember him in the chat as Lepke Vision Films. He now has a channel, dude who loves movies. Go ahead and check him out. Nice to see you in here, man. And yes, like that button, y'all. But all right, so I mean, you know, I feel like there's clear misdirects in there, but there's another misdirect that there's another misdirect that I have I know, right, Piz? I know. I'm not a fan, but
he's a liar. It's his favorite. What is he talking
about? No. There is a shot near the end of the trailer of Sam holding the weathered mask, and she has like blood on her in the shot, and it's like daytime. And I've seen so many people run, you know, seeing that screen grab and run with all these wild theories of like she's one of the killers, you know, blah blah blah. No, I'm gonna tell you guys right now.
Sam is not a killer in this.
No, I'm gonna go on record and say what that is. This is just my opinion. I do not know this. I think that is near the end of the movie after the carnage. I think she has the mask because the killer or killers have been taken down, and this is probably Billy's mask, and she's, you know, looking at it, and, you know, she's covered in blood. It's daytime. I think that's like the end of the movie, personally. But,
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You don't think Sam. I think that's just way too on the nose that they make Sam a killer, right?
She's not going to be the killer. No.
It's way too on the nose. Like,
it'd be so predictable if they were like, oh, she's the killer now. I'm like, well, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, oh, no way. The daughter of Billy Loomis is also a serial killer. Wow. Yeah. Shocked.
You know what I'm more excited about, though, with this movie? And I love it. And I know some people might think it's cheesy, but I really, really love the whole shrine thing. Like, we've never seen that before. Like, there's a shrine with all the previous killer's robes, and, like, you have all these bits and pieces, like, I guess from crime scenes, like I'm like, okay, I love the fact that we're kind of like, you know, going beyond our horizon and having that, because we haven't had that in a Scream movie before.
Okay, well, and let me tell you something. I agree, but the more intriguing thing for me when it comes to that aspect of all of it is not so much like, oh my God, I totally lost my train of thought. What were you just saying, Justin? What were we just talking about? Shrine. Yes. God, brain fart. It's not necessarily the existence of that. It's how it ties into the story. That's what I want to know. I mean,
that too, but I'm just like,
no. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm just saying, like, the inclusion of it is awesome. And now I can't wait to find out why it's there. I really want to know why it's there and who's responsible for it. And I'm really excited to get those answers because I feel like personally, just from the trailer alone, I think that is showing that that's going to be a big part of this movie. You know, that's really going to be important. And I don't know. I mean, I have seen some people go like, oh, well, how would somebody get all this stuff? It would be in an evidence locker somewhere and blah, blah, blah. Guys, it's the sixth movie in a slasher franchise. We got to suspend some disbelief.
Like one of the best. How many times can they bring Jason Voorhees back from the dead?
Or
Michael Myers.
Or, I mean, let's look at where let's look at where Nightmare on Elm Street was in their 6th movie.
Right.
Freddy's dead. Freddy rode a broom and said, I'll get you my pretty and your little soul too. All right?
Yeah.
Now, regardless of what you think about that movie, we're at the 6th movie in a slasher franchise right now, guys. Like
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise.
God, what was 6 in that? That was the beginning.
That was the beginning, which is bad.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, that movie's incredible. Yeah, I love that movie. I don't care.
I love that movie.
Yeah, Piz is good at keeping secrets. Yeah, he's not going to spoil Mutilator 2, guys. So don't ask him to.
Piz has seen it. What?
Check out his post on Instagram. Yeah, so like that's a really cool thing to like think about how that's going to pay off, how that's all going to tie into the story. I'm really excited about that. But no, I completely agree, Nathan. I think it is duty. I think it is poop. So does Justin.
What? Oh yeah, Freddy's dead.
Freddy's dead. Yeah, it is poopy. And yeah, Perp, you're absolutely right. I've always said Scream and Evil Dead, I think, are the only 2 horror franchises at this point in my mind that every movie is like
it's top tier.
Yeah, like even like I said, Scream 3 is my least favorite in the Scream franchise, but it's still a good movie. And Evil Dead, I mean, this is an unpopular opinion. I get shit for this all the time. My least favorite Evil Dead is probably the Evil Dead, the original. And
mine is,
and I love it. But I love
Army of Darkness.
Yeah,
but that's my least favorite.
Oh God, yeah. Alexis says #Stop the Freddy's Dead hate. Come on. At least we're not talking about Black Christmas 2019. All right.
Let's not start that now. Let's not do that.
What's up, David? How you doing?
Nick was like, let's start it. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, and Brandon Tabata Vision, Scream 6 ripped him off. He had this idea. I'm actually interested for this movie to come out, Brandon, and for you to watch it and just see the similarities there. Honestly, I really am.
Saturn Video. Scream 4 is my least favorite too, but I would probably give it that same rating. Like, you all know, like I enjoy all the Halloween movies, but I can even tell you myself that I don't think all those movies are like top tier movies. Like Scream and Evil Dead, like you mentioned, like there's not even like a pretty good film in those movies. I think they're all either great or awesome films or fantastic.
Yes. Rudy, no, that is my son. Can you remind me your guys' ranking of the Scream franchise? Yeah, mine is Scream, Scream 5, Scream 2, Scream 4, Scream 3.
Scream 2, 96, Scream 1996, Scream 2022. I always have to think it's 2023 now. Scream 3 and then Scream 4.
Okay, yeah. So, and Scream 5 actually made it to number 2 on my last watch.
Or Scream. Scream 2022.
Scream 5, Cream. You know, whatever. What's up, Awesome 50? How you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's just like Evil Dead, like I said, and Evil Dead Rise coming this year. Can't wait for that because it looks like it's going to be incredible as well. So these franchises just can't do any wrong, it seems like. What's up, Dalton?
Hey, Sarah.
Sarah.
The Pearl. Yes.
You got to watch it then. What are you doing? Turn us off right now. We're just going to bore you to death. Watch Pearl.
Somebody, I saw the comment. Somebody was like, the sorority girls from Scream 2 have to be the killers. And all I have to say is, hi, Sydney.
Well, okay. All right, Justin. That's a great segue because we've had a lot of people talking about this. And I want to hear you guys in the chat. You sound off.
No, you guys got to remember one of the girls from, sorry, I'm
no, what's up?
One of the girls from, one of the sorority girls is the killer from Urban Legend. So Rebecca Gay.
Yes.
So, okay.
Well, no, you're fine, Justin, because this is perfect. And we've had people talking about this in the chat. I want to hear you guys in the chat. I want to hear from you. You tell me what you think. Let's go for it. I'm putting it out there. Evil Dead Rise is not going to flop, Rudy.
No, it's not going to flop. No.
Horror is hot right now. That movie looks genuinely unsettling, which is going to get teenagers out there. And it's going to have positive word of mouth. I mean, you shut your whore mouth, Rudy.
Megan has grossed over $100 million.
Yeah, and let's not even talk about that travesty. I said what I said. Okay.
What?
I didn't
What'd you
watch the
say?
movie. I'm not even saying it's bad. It looks corny and
I love corniness about it. Nick, you have to watch it, dude. You gotta watch.
No, I will.
I
will. It just
I'm excited to see it. I cannot wait to see it.
We're gonna have some people in the chat right now. Nick, you haven't even seen it. I know. I didn't say it's bad. I'm just saying I am not rushing to go see it. Okay.
But what my point though?
Yes, Death Punch
was the fact that like Megan, which I thought was gonna flop, to be personal. To be honest.
it was popular on TikTok and stuff with the kids. Yeah,
I know,
there was
but
no
I
way.
thought, well, is it gonna be a hit? It's made. Okay, I'll tell you this. I love Halloween Ends now, but it passed $100 million in 2 weeks, where it took Halloween Ends because of the stupid Peacock streaming. It took it about like a month or a little over a month to make $100 million.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
that's what I'm just saying. Horror movies right now and movies in general, they're hot right now. 2023 is going to be a great year for movies.
Absolutely. Thompson Tom, thank you. That is because she was snubbed today, so we're having her in the background. Yeah, Charlie, I love The Invisible Man from 2020. Loved that movie. But no, this is the thing and I want to hear you guys in the chat. Okay, Justin, how many killers do you think there will be? 1, 2, how many would you prefer?
Okay, so I think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be 2 killers. I think there's going to be 3, but I honestly would prefer 1. I want him to really surprise people with this killer. Like I love the fact that in Scream 3 we had 1 killer, and it had such a great ending. I just don't want them to go the route of like, we're having 2 killers again. I'm like, no. But I think they're going to go with 3 killers.
Okay. So
how about you?
So what I want is more than 2. I want something new. What I expect, I'm going to get some shit for this. Some of you guys are really going to be like, no way. I'm going to go out on a limb right now. In total, remember that when you watch this movie. I don't mean by the end of the movie. In total, there will be at least 4 killers in this movie. Piz and I were talking about this the other day on Instagram. And I'm telling you right now, in total, there will be at least 4 killers before this movie ends. And I'm going to say it right now. So some of y'all might be like, no way. No way in hell. How are they going to do that? I'm telling you.
I think my only thing about this, though, is 4 killers. Like, at least some of the killers have to be people that we already know. Like, in the group. Not new people. Like, don't bring... I don't want them to bring, like... I think it'd be super cheesy if every new character that we've had that comes into this movie is all a killer. Like, if we're going to have 4 killers... Some of them could be like new characters that we have, and some of them have to be characters that we've already known and we're just surprised with.
Or 2 of them might be characters we don't really know. I don't know, guys. What do I know? All I'm saying is, and awesome, I think I might be too. I think Piz and I, we're on the same wavelength here with what we're thinking here. And a lot of you guys in the chat, a lot of people are saying at least 3. And I'm
going 1. I'm going 1.
Justin. No,
and I want 1 killer. I know, blasphemy, but I want 1 killer.
No, I would be okay with 1 killer. I'm just saying I just don't see that happening. Hey, maybe here we go, guys. Put on your tinfoil hats because we're getting right into it. Maybe there's gonna be a ton of killers in this movie, but the 3rd movie in this trilogy is just gonna be the 1 killer. It's gonna be Stu. It's Stu the whole time.
Oh,
Stu is alive.
Freaking frack. Let's get over the Stu thing.
No, I love Stu. Stu's alive. Stu is alive.
Kevin Williamson said Stu is gone. Let's write it down.
Of course he did. Because he knows
paper, rip it up and throw it away. It's not happening.
he can't say now like, oh yeah, no, he's alive. No.
I love the idea of the one killer. I love it. I think it's great. I think, Scream 3 works so well because at the time, like, there was 2 killers in like Scream 1 and 2, and then you got to Scream 3, and it was really cool that we got that one killer. And also, the guy that we thought, okay, so I love the fact that the guy that we kind of were like hinting at in the beginning of the movie, we thought died and then threw us all for a loop, and he wound up being the killer at the end.
With Scream 3?
Yeah, Scream 3.
Yeah, we thought Roman was dead, which was a nice little play. But one thing that a lot of people don't understand, that a lot of people point out, and I do agree, she felt for a pulse and there was no pulse. Just saying. Like, she did feel for his pulse and there was no heartbeat. So, but
are you dissing my Roman? Are you
No, I love that reveal, but I'm just saying maybe they should have just not had her feel for a pulse, That's all I'm saying. But guys, I don't actually believe that Stu's going to be the one behind all of this. I really don't. I do think it would make sense, and it's where I'd want it to go. And what better way to send off this franchise, at least for a while, is that the best way I think would be for Neve Campbell to face off with, Sydney to face off with one of the guys that started it all, to end it all, to end her arc. I think that'd be really cool. And I've heard people say things like, well, why wouldn't they acknowledge that Stu's alive if he was alive out there and yada, yada. Guys,
Stu's gone.
There's a lot of ways around that, and people assume he's dead. That doesn't mean he's actually dead. Remember, Stu came from a well-connected family with a lot of money. So just saying. But I digress on that. Hashtag Stu lives. You're absolutely right. And then we're getting asked about Emma Roberts, Jill. Look, I hope she's not back. I hope she's not back. I love
Emma Roberts,
but I do not like Jill. No.
I love Emma Roberts. I did not like Jill. Even if Jill wasn't a killer, I did not like Jill in that movie. She was not somebody I liked at all.
Yes, Sarah, watch X before Pearl because you'll have a better understanding. And then I would say watch X again. So X, Pearl, X. That's, yeah.
No, J-Dub saying Kirby has 14 minutes. No, because
Neve, well, hold on. No, that could be, Neve only had like 11 minutes in the last movie. So it's not about screen time. It's how they're utilized.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, it is definitely how they're utilized. So if 14 minutes that's totally fine by me. I mean, guys, we have to understand too that like this is the new kids. Like they're really trying to have this new group of kids for this new generation of Scream fans. So they're really going to lean into that more, which is understandable, I guess. Tara, I really like. Sam, she's kind of milquetoast. I don't know.
But that's why I'm like the characters right now. You don't really, me personally, besides Tara and like the twins, I'm really not attached to any of these killers. I'm not really attached to any of these characters yet. Like I'm not fully invested in them yet.
So. I like Chad. Chad won me over when he declined sex with Liv because he wasn't sure that she was a killer or not. And that I was like, you're smart. Man. You are smart. Termont Mulroney's character is Stu's brother.
I love
Drew. What if Stu has a brother named Drew?
Drew, Stu, Lou. What his real name is? Lou.
I'm interested to find out what Dermot Mulroney's. I mean, I know he's a cop.
Do you
think he works with Kirby? Like, do you think that's what it is? Because she's a cop too, or an FBI agent.
I think he works with Kirby, but I also think he's what's that killer's name in Valentine? Blah, blah, blah. I think they're going to tie in Valentine into this movie somehow.
Hey, there's a V in the title.
Valentine. You could go. Dylan Mulroney's character is going to be the killer from Valentine.
Look right there. I'm telling you, look right there. With this VI, there's a V there. You could just go Valentine.
Jeremy Milton? Who's Jeremy Milton? Come on. No, wait. Who's Jeremy Milton? Fuck, Keith, you look so pretty, babe.
Stu's demented twin brother, Blue. Yes, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. So
By
all
the
right,
way, I wasn't like poking fun or anything. Like that's the line in Valentine. She's like, "You look so pretty, Paige."
oh,
So
get this. Alexis says Valentine is greater than Urban Legend. You want a more hotter take? Urban Legend is better than I Know What You Did Last Summer. I said it. Yup.
oh, they're always so hard for me though because I love all of them.
I know,
That's
but
like it.
I've
But I'm gonna
never
say
been
this.
big into the '90s horror craze. I really haven't. And that was when
Never
I
to
was a
you.
kid, you know. No, I was a kid. Like I saw all those on TV. Like they were all popular when I was a kid. I just I just never like even when I go back and watch, I will say that '90s horror movies are they age far worse than '80s, '70s. All they when you watch a '90s horror movie, you can go, "Oh my god, that is so '90s."
I
I'm
mean,
telling you. I'm
okay.
telling you.
You can I can agree and disagree with it. I can agree before Scream, yes. Like before Scream, outside of like Candyman and a few others, very outdated.
Candyman's the greatest horror film in the '90s.
It
Fight
is.
me. Even better than Scream.
Did you say bite me? Did you
Fight
say
me. Fight me.
oh fight me? I was like
Fight
bite
me.
me, dude.
Fight
I
me.
love Candyman. But I was saying like after Scream, I feel like at least like that 4 years with between '96 and 2000, there are some great horror movies that I don't think are outdated.
I think they're a bunch of ripoffs that didn't have writers as or directors as talented as Scream had, which is why they
Kevin
never really.
Williamson
I
was-
know Kevin Williamson wrote a lot of them, but he didn't write all of them by himself, and Wes Craven didn't direct them. So I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Kevin Williamson wrote a damn good script with I Know What You Did Last Summer, and he wrote it before Scream, and that's all I'm going to say. And
Scream poops down its throat. Dalton has a $5 super chat. Thank you, Dalton. I get high tension vibes, split personality from the older sister. Her staring at the mask, saying she got a darkness. Yes, and that's another thing though. When I was talking to Piz about these like perceived trailer lines, maybe like are some of these just is this trailer dialogue? Is this stuff that's actually going to make it into the movie? I don't know because I'm telling you. That I was not a fan of either. Like, there's a darkness inside me. Yeah, no shit. We just watched an entire movie about how you're struggling with the fact that your dad was Billy Loomis. Like, are we really going to do this? Are we going to do this again? Like, thank you so much for that super chat, Dalton. I very much appreciate that. And yeah, no, go ahead.
Off topic, I think for February, we need to do a whole stream on Valentine 2001 and talk about it, or maybe even do a stream. And do it
we could because you want to know what? I'll tell you guys the truth. I've never seen Valentine.
What?
I said what I said.
What?
Said what I said.
You've never.
Like I said, the late '90s, early 2000s horror was never one of my favorites. It never was. I watched so much from that era, from when I was a kid, that I was just like, I thought I liked, and I go back and watch them now as an almost 30-year-old, and I'm like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Valentine. Oh, I can even talk about Jamie Blanks. Jamie Blanks, Urban Legend, Valentine directed both of them. Underrated director. Like,
I'm getting a lot of shit. I'm getting a lot of shit for not having seen it.
And well, I love you, but you.
Well, come on. Yeah, Sarah's talking about how I haven't seen it. Meanwhile, she hasn't watched Pearl or Scream 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Pearl, and what was the other one she hasn't watched yet?
5 Cream.
Oh yeah. Oh, you need to watch them. But
I'm gonna watch it, Piz. I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it this February, whether we do a live commentary or not.
Commentary on this movie.
I will.
No. Here's what I want to do. I want to do a live commentary, and I want you to watch that for the first time. And like, I want your reaction. I want, I want you to be surprised when we do this live commentary.
It's hard to surprise me nowadays.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you'd be like, oh my gosh, but I think having you watch this movie for the first time during a live commentary would be amazing.
Well, it sounds like that's what the chat wants, so that's what the chat is going to get. Um, I highly doubt that I would shit all over the movie, Alexis. It's not. I don't know. That's not really my style. I mean, you guys might be laughing and go, "Oh, what are you talking about? You've taken a bunch of movies to task." Yes, but only movies that most people are like, "That movie's not great." And I'm usually just like, "Yeah, I agree. That movie wasn't great." But a lot of people seem to like Valentine, so I'm probably gonna like it. I'm sure I'll like it enough. Oh, OnlyFans for Valentine's Day? I'm sorry. I still can't do it. Keep getting asked, Justin. Keep getting asked.
I know Nick doesn't do it.
No,
Only for
no.
me.
A lot of extra money though. It's probably in that bag, buddy. Check. Look in the green bag. So
okay, off topic. Let's go back to Scream.
We got to go back to Scream. Okay, we've been talking about Valentine. All right. So Scream 6. We're still talking about Scream 6. Yeah. Bring it over here. Bring it over here. Sorry, I got a kid having a meltdown about wanting one of his monster trucks. Come here. Bring it over here. Let's go. We got Megalodon. If there's any Monster Jam fans in here, my son, very big into Monster Jam. And yeah, he's got like 1,500. Oh my God, how did you get this tied up in here? So Scream 6. Justin, I'm going to ask you a question. I want to hear you guys in the chat. I want your thoughts on this too. Do you think that any of the kids from the group in the last movie are going to be a killer in this movie? Or do you think it's going to be other people? Do you think that somebody we've been introduced to from Scream 5, just Scream 5, Chad, Mindy, all them, are any of them going to be a killer in this movie?
I want to say I would love that just because I would be a surprise because we were like, oh, wow. But I'm going to say probably not. Like, I think they're going to go the route of like, oh, these new characters that we have, maybe they're one of the killers. Or they're going to go that route and one of them are going to be one of the killers.
I hope you're right. That's kind of how I feel about it too. I just don't see, me personally, I don't see how you could. I think the only person out of this friend group that you can make a realistic case would turn into a killer after the events of Scream 5 would be Sam. And even then, that's so on the nose that
Sam would be so predictable.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, I just don't think so. Charlie, you're right. Maybe Mindy. I could see maybe Mindy.
I don't see Mindy. I could see her brother. I could see her brother being a killer.
Deputy Doofy. That's right.
I could see her brother being a killer out of all of them.
But I've heard people say that too. And I guess my question to anybody that says that, and I'm asking you, Justin, you tell me, what about Chad would make you think, aside from the fact that his name is Chad and nobody likes
Chad. I like Chad. I like the name Chad.
But no, I'm making a joke, Justin. But what about him screams like, oh, he could be a killer?
Well, not like I just think maybe the loss of his girlfriend in the last one kind of affected him. Maybe just the trauma of it affected him, and so he might just snap.
Well, Justin, she never put out, so he can't. I'm sure he wasn't that attached to her. I mean,
well, he did try to blame her. She was a killer.
Yeah, but no, he actually made the right decision. She overreacted. He was. In any horror movie,
my son is named Chad.
Well, in any horror movie situation, we're literally just like, guys, don't do these dumb things. And he was perfect in that moment. That was like, this is one of those dumb things that people do and get killed. I'm not going to do that. And she overreacted. But, I don't know. I personally, I hope it's new people or people that we were introduced to maybe previously or maybe side characters in this movie. But like, because I don't know, you look back on the previous trilogy, none of the original,
characters were killers.
They all died aside from Ned.
Hold on, I'm grabbing a snack.
Billy and Stu, of course, but that was from the very beginning. So yeah, I don't know. I guess another question I have for you and the chat, and guys, look, you might not want it to happen. You might try to run from it. It's going to happen. It always comes. Let's just ask each other now. Who dies? Who in this friend group dies? I'm gonna tell you right now. I think Chad's a goner.
I think Chad's dead.
Yeah. I think Chad's a goner.
Mindy's gonna survive.
I think Mindy lives too.
And Sam and Tara. They all survive. I think Chad's gonna be the one that Chad will not make it. Not that I don't like Chad. I like Chad, but I think he'll die.
They should pull the rug out from under us and kill Mindy and not Chad.
And you never know. I mean, did you see that the train that when they were on the bus, the train?
Yeah, and like I said, I think that they cut these trailers intentionally to mislead or to scare you. You know, oh my God, my character's gonna, this character's gonna die. I don't know.
I think that whole train thing is going to be a cop-out thing, and it's going to be like people playing a joke on them.
It's not. I can tell because a lot of people were saying that after the teaser trailer. So I reached out to ask somebody like, hey, like what is this about? No, that is real. Ghostface is on that train, but the trailer makes it look like they're all on the same train. They're not. They're in separate cars. So, but it is real. So I understand why some people would go like, well, there was multiple ghost faces and other people in Halloween costumes. Maybe it's just, they're tricking us. No, that is real. Ghostface is on that train, but they're not all on that train with Ghostface. So, and again, some of you guys might be the type that you want like a million answers before the movie comes out. I'm not. When it comes to a Scream movie, I don't want to know who the killers are. I don't want to know the motivation. I don't want to know who lives or dies. I had a few questions about, hey, is this real? Hey, is this misleading us? But that's as far as I'll go. I want to be surprised by where this movie takes me.
Me too.
So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Justin.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Neve in the room. The Neve in the room. Everybody knows that Neve Campbell is officially not in this movie. I know that I was one that was the last year saying that I'd still been told that she was in it, and I believed that she was going to be in it. And then that same person, once they got better info, told me, no, she's not in it. So I can tell you guys, if any of you still have doubt, she is not in it. Having said that, Justin, where do you think the ending of this movie goes? Because initially it was supposed to set up for Neve. So what do you think happens here?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, everybody's saying that Gail could possibly die, and the only way Gail would die would and there'd be a reasoning for Sydney to come back would be Gail's death. So, I mean, you never know. I mean, the thing about it is, she's not in this movie, but they could throw you for a loop and say, hey, last minute thing, we got her in this film. We filmed a scene, and this is a stamp that she's going to come back for Scream 7. So,
where I'm at with this
I really don't know where they could go. Like, I don't know where they can go with this.
Well, because the initial ending of this movie was supposed to be that Sydney gets a call, and she was supposed to get a call from Ghostface, or I believe, and it was going to end on a cliffhanger leading into the next movie. That was the initial idea for the ending of this movie. Obviously, that's not going to happen now. However, for all of you no Neve, no Scream people out there that may be watching, I will have you know, Sydney's absence is mentioned in this movie. It is explained. It apparently makes sense. There is a specific, there is a reason given for why Sydney is not there. And it apparently makes sense, and it's pertinent to the story. So the filmmakers worked it in there to be able to be like, we're clearly leaving the door open for her to be able to return. And I think she does return for the next one. I think do. She will too.
Charlie says, Nick, what do you think about Kirby, Survivor or Goner? And I think she's a survivor.
Well, hold
They
on one
won't kill
second.
her.
Justin, you tell them what you think. Give me like 30 seconds.
Okay. I don't think she's going to die in this. And the reason why I say this is because to bring her back after all this fan love that people have had for Kirby for 10 plus years would devastate them, but also piss them off that Kirby died in this movie. Like it would just piss off fans. Like Jason is saying, Jada. Like if you kill off Kirby, you're just gonna piss people off. And I don't think the Scream, the creators behind this movie, are gonna do that. They know how much love there is for Kirby, so to kill her off after bringing her back after all this time, where people wanted her to come back, it would just be a devastating thing, and it would really make people mad.
Yeah, Kirby is a survivor. She will not die.
Yeah.
She is in this movie solely to placate parts of the fan base because Nev's not in the movie.
Yeah.
That is why they brought Hayden back. So there is no way. They know how this fan base can be, guys. Scream isn't my favorite horror franchise. For some of you guys, it is. And if this is your favorite horror franchise, you know that there are some, just like with every franchise, but there are some very outspoken fans of this franchise. And they would be fucking pissed if they brought Kirby back just to kill her.
Well, okay. And so Nathan says a bunch of people liked Randy and he died. Okay.
That was 1998, 1997.
Yeah. So here's the thing about it, though. With Randy, so when Scream, 96 is when Scream came out, you're introduced to these characters. And yes, there was a fan love for Randy. But when the movie came out, I can't remember, like, the fan love that people had for Randy. People liked Randy. It was heartbreaking when he died, when people first saw it. But I think there's been more fan love over the last 20 plus years for Randy than when Randy first appeared on the screen.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
And not just that, the internet wasn't really a thing then. So, now these people's voices are magnified. That was 30 years ago. Nowadays,
And ever since Scream 4, I mean, the internet was around when Scream 4 was, when Scream 4 came out. There's always been that fan love, and everybody has always said, bring back Kirby. Like, again, when I posted that Kirby should come back when Scream 5 was in the making, that post out of that whole year that I posted anything on Instagram got the most likes because people wanted her back.
Kirby has a huge fan base, and rightfully so, because she was a great character. But yeah, I think she absolutely makes it through this movie. I don't see a scenario where she dies. But T. Parker asks, what would I rather have, Tara or Kirby die if I had to pick? It's got to be Tara. No. It's got to be Tara.
Yeah. Tara, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm not attached to these characters like I am with some of the other characters. And Kirby was only in one movie and I was attached to her.
That, Justin, but I got to tell you, there's just something about Kirby that I don't know. She's a badass, and
she is. Oh, she is.
And it's not that Tara didn't show signs of that as well. She did, but I just feel like Kirby's more believable. As a badass.
That's the best thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirby is believable.
Plus, Tara has horrible taste in movies. The Babadook sucks.
It does suck. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I said what I said.
It sucks. I said it too. It sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's the thing, Rudy. All these people are gonna get injured. They're all gonna get stabbed or sliced, but most of them are gonna live.
Alexis, I like her hair.
It's a wig. It's a wig. Yeah.
I like her hair. So
So I agree. I riot. We all riot if Kirby dies.
But she won't die.
But
She won't.
if this movie makes 100 million plus again, which I believe it will, they got no
I think
reason
so too.
not to pay Neve to come back for the. I don't care
I
what
know.
Neve wants. You give her the bag. You
You
back up the
give
Brinks
her. I
truck.
mean, if this
Yeah.
is, and by the way, somebody said, I hope they don't do more after Scream 7. The producers have already said this is our, and directors have said, we've made this a trilogy. That's all we're doing.
They will
And
make more movies eventually, but it'll be a new team and probably without the legacy characters.
I want to see more of Randy's sister. Is it Randy Meeks?
Yeah, J-Dev
Martha.
mentions that. Martha Meeks. Yeah.
Sadly, she's not coming back. Like, it's so sad, but I would love
Not
to
in
have
this
met-
one.
But she could come back for Scream 7. The only I'm sad that she's not going to be in this, but it makes sense because it takes place in New York, and I don't think Martha would move all across the country to live in New York with her kids. So, but we could see her in Scream 7.
J-Dev, I'd love for Sam to die. I'm not a big fan of hers. Yeah, if she died, I'd be totally okay with it. You don't have to sell me on that. Sam's gonna die. Cool, awesome. Sign me up. No offense to Melissa Barrera. I did not feel a connection to her in Scream 5. I was connected to Tara. I felt a connection to Richie. I felt a connection to the original cast. With her, I was just like, girl, you're the new kid on the block. You got to earn that. And
when I saw the trailer, I was like, there's Sam. I was like, there she is.
Yay, Sam.
I was like, oh, Sam.
I will say.
Hi, how are you?
I will say, though, Justin, there's a great moment in this trailer when she says, like, you want me. Let's finish this. That was a great line. And she gives this great, like, unhinged kind of smile and, like, tilts her head like Ghostface while she's holding the gun. She's kind of like, I was like, that's good. She looks creepy there. I like that.
Good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. But, yeah. Judy didn't make your top 25. Judy is awesome. I loved Judy.
Deputy Judy?
Sheriff Judy to you.
I loved her in Scream 2022. I did not like her in Scream 4.
I liked her in both. I mean, I hated her character in Scream 4 because she was after Dewey the entire time, but I thought she was fun.
I was just like, they made her so damn cheesy in that movie. That movie's cheesy, though. I'm sorry. It's a cheesy movie. That one
looks like it was filmed on an iPhone camera with like an Instagram filter.
I love Wes so much, and I like the movie, but I'm like, why was that Wes's last movie? I love her. I loved her in Scream 2022. Like, I was kind of sad that they killed her off because I actually liked her.
Marley Shelton.
Oh, same here. Marley Shelton was awesome in Valentine.
She is beautiful. She is a beautiful woman. Chelsea, I'm telling you, like, if Sam was bad throughout the entire movie, maybe, but even then, like, I just feel like it's too on the nose where it's just like, I just don't think the writers are going to do that. I do feel like that seems a little lazy. And people that write Scream movies, let's be honest, guys, they want to see themselves as, they're like, oh, we're smart. Like, look at this shit that we're going to throw your way. Yeah. And it's so I don't think they'd go that route. I am excited. I guess let's just get into this question before we take some questions before the end. Justin, who's a killer? Who's the killer? What's the motivation in this movie?
No, I don't really know. I think maybe not Dylan McDermott. I always get him mixed up. That one Dylan guy, the cop,
Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah, gorgeous. I love him. But I think he's going to be one of the killers. I don't know the reason why, but I have a feeling like he might be one of the killers.
Yeah, Antonis, Justin, and I are both excited for Saw 10, and I'm sure we'll get more traps.
I love that we're getting a Saw movie in October too. Like, I love that.
If I had to guess who the killer is, I have no idea. I think that's a good. Yeah, J-Dev says Jack. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Champion, because it's spelled champion, but I don't think it's how you say it. I do think that he is probably one of them. For sure. Yeah.
Somebody mentioned My Soul to Take. I like My Soul to Take. It's cheesy, but I like My Soul to Take.
I've never seen it.
It's fun. The script needed to be better. Like the way that have the conclusion, I'm like, okay, you could have worked better with that. But
what are we like 6? We're like 6 weeks away from Scream, aren't we? Yeah,
we are 6 weeks away from Scream. We are.
Wow.
We are. It's Scream, baby.
Wild. Live her alone.
Live her alone.
All right, Justin. How much money you see this movie making? The last one made 140 million.
I would say, I think when Scream came out, it made a lot of money because we had not had a Scream movie in a while. I'm going to say this one's going to make between 135 million to 145 million.
I'm going to go and I'm going to say that this movie is going to do more than 5. I think this will do more than $140 million. I really, really do. And I think that the people that think that this movie is going to flop because no Neve Campbell's in it are going to be sadly.
It's not going to flop. This movie will not flop. Even the people who are being the haters right now, who are saying Scream 6, no, whatever the hashtag is, they're going to go see this movie.
Yeah, just so they can, complain online about it. But look, I mean, I'll say this, and I think this doesn't even need to be said.
Million, that's a great one. I love that. That is good.
I can see it. I can see it. Look, I'm just gonna say that this should not even need to be said. But of course, Justin and I are both very big proponents of Neve Campbell. We think that Neve Campbell is Scream, and we think that Neve Campbell deserves every freaking penny. And if she was not valued the way that she rightfully feels she should be valued, then I respect her decision and support her. Absolutely. Having said that, that doesn't mean that this cannot be a good movie without her. And a lot of people complain all the time about the over-reliance on legacy characters in these horror movies series that go on for decades. Maybe it's a good thing that they do a movie where they can't rely on their strongest character. Maybe it's a good thing that we have to see what they're made of without Neve Campbell. And guess what, guys? If it doesn't work as well without Neve, I'm right now thinking there's like an 80% chance she's back for the next.
She's going to be back for Scream 7. If that's their final movie, they're going to do everything that they can to have her come back.
Yeah.
Herbert says streaming hurts the box office. Well, the thing about it is, was it last week? I was watching John Campea. I love John Campea. And they were
John Campea watched our show.
He did. They did the top 5 movies of like last weekend. And he said, and I agree with him because I haven't seen it like this in a while. Every film within the top 5, even newer movies, like movies you didn't think were going to be hits, all of them had ranked at least more than $10 million. The new Tom Hanks movie made more than $10 million. So I think 2023 is going to be a great start for theaters. I think we've had this rut for like 2 years, but I think that 2023 and beyond, we're going to see a lot more people going back to the theaters.
For sure. Hey, Jamie, what's up?
Hey, Jamie, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well.
I'm trying to see. So Blu-ray addict. All right, guys. So now we're going to take some questions for a few minutes before we wrap up, and leave a like if you guys haven't yet. We got asked, oh my God, I just freaking lost it again, Justin. Oh yeah. Blu-ray addict says, did you see Sean Cunningham is developing a new Friday the 13th? Yes, but I'm not willing to get my hopes up on that yet. Honestly, you could have asked Sean over the last 10 years what's going on with Friday, and he probably would have told you every year that he was developing a new movie. So yeah, I mean,
can we talk about the more exciting thing? Adrienne King is coming back to the TV show, and I'm like,
yes,
I love that. And she responded to my Facebook post. She was like, "Oh, I love this," and I'm like, "We love you." Like, oh, like I'm so over the moon. I know some people didn't like Alice. I love Alice, and I love Adrienne King. So
yeah, I'm just interested as to what her role is going to be, because they said it's going to be a recurring role. So is like she going to be this new character, or is it going to be Alice? Like I don't know.
But she's also like, the big thing about this though, she has not acted in anything in a very long time. Like she might have been in some of these fan films, and I'm not knocking them, but like to get her back, just so excited. Thank you, Jamie. Happy birthday to me. So,
Dalton, do you think Kirby could be the killer? I think that's also something that's on the nose because she's an FBI agent. I do not believe she's a killer. No.
I don't think they're going to make her killer either. That'd be a slap in the face to make Kirby a killer.
Not even just that. I don't think it would make much sense because she has been gone for a little bit now. You know, it's like, and what would her motive even be? Like, I don't think she's a killer. I really don't.
No.
Samara Weaving, it's possible, but I think Samara is a killer. I think I'm not a killer. I think she's the opening kill.
She's the opening kill. I think she's going to be the opening kill.
Or opening attack. I mean, now you never know because they switched up the formula.
I mean, look at Jenna Ortega in the beginning of the last.
I'm saying, she lived. So who knows? Who knows whether she's the opening kill or whether she's the opening attack? I mean, I don't know.
Well, Herbert, I was going to say this with Halloween Ends. I think Halloween Ends, if they had not done the stupid route and put that movie on streaming and in theaters same day, if they would have just stuck to a theatrical release, Halloween Ends would have made a lot more money.
Still made over $100 million.
I mean, it did make a lot more, but it would have made a lot more if they would have just stuck to their guns.
Well, Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills combined made what Halloween 2018 made. And what was the difference? They both went straight to streaming as well. So it's like it was day and date. So yeah, that definitely hurt the performance of both of those movies. But it did over 100 million, and I was happy. That's once a horror movie hits 100 million, it's a bona fide success, and that's kind of how I felt about it. So I was happy.
When will Strangers director give us a release date? I have a feeling we're going to get a trailer for that movie.
I don't know if it's wrapped yet. I know that it had been shooting, so I'm sure it comes out late this year.
You got to think about it. 3 films.
Yeah. I would assume the first one's going to come out this year, unless they're going to drop all 3 at once, like Netflix did with Fear Street.
I hope they don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. Maxine is about to start filming. Mia Goth gave an update, I think last week. She did an interview, and she said that she is currently, like right now, prepping for it. She's already, gone over the script, and they're getting ready to go out and shoot very soon. So I would assume Maxine's probably going to start filming by like March. Movies like that usually take a month or so to film, a few months of post. I would honestly say Maxine's probably coming in like September or October. Yeah, that's what I would say.
What was it? Mia Goth. You guys need to go watch the Suspiria remake if you've not seen it. She's so good in that movie. That's a great performance.
I'm going to watch a few things tomorrow, Rudy, because I ended up having my son tonight. And normally I don't on Tuesdays, but I ended up having him tonight. Tomorrow when I get home from work, I will have nothing to do. So I'm probably going to watch that movie Missing because I really liked Searching. I really did like Searching.
Missing in theaters? It's just a theater.
Yeah, it's both. I think it's both, honestly. Rudy, am I right, guys in the chat? Isn't Missing available at home? And if so, where's it available at home? Like what app is it on? I know it got released in the theaters too, but I'm pretty sure it was a day and date as well. I don't know. Somebody let me know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I really liked Searching. That was the first one, right? With John Cho, I think.
I've not seen that. I need to watch it. I think it's good.
No, it was, and I don't want to spoil it, but it had a very good ending. I liked the ending a lot. So, but yeah, somebody in the chat, let me know where we can watch Missing, aside from theaters, of course. Although I guess technically speaking, I could go to the theater tomorrow, but I don't really know.
I mean, my goal this year, though, because last year I didn't go to the movies a lot because I was just kind of in this rut. My goal this year, though, is to go see as many movies as I can in theaters because I've missed the theater experience. I can't remember the last movie. I think the last movie I saw in theaters, maybe Pearl. That was a long time ago. Wait, yeah, Pearl. I think it was Pearl.
Mine was Halloween Ends.
Yeah, mine was Pearl. Need to go or that or Don't Worry, Darling. But I think it was Pearl. I think Pearl was the last one I saw in theaters. It's been a minute. There's so many great movies coming out. Like I'm going to do a top 10 anticipated movies just in general for the year. So,
homie, the thing is, Halloween itself didn't make any money from whatever deal they made with Peacock. That was all Jason Blum. Jason Blum made money off of that, but nobody else did, because obviously Universal owns Peacock. So, and it's a Universal movie. So I think that, Halloween Ends didn't make any extra money, but Jason Blum got a check. That's for sure.
Oh, Creed 3, very excited, Charlie. I'm a big Rocky Creed fan, so.
I have not seen either of the Creed movies, but I love the Rocky movies. So
Rocky 4, the best.
Oh yeah. I'll fight anybody that disagrees.
I will crush you.
30 movies to see this year. Okay, all right, hell yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good movies coming out this year, so I could see myself definitely getting into double digits.
Oppenheimer, the new Christopher Nolan movie. Anytime Christopher Nolan movie comes out, I have to see in theaters.
Yeah, Oppenheimer does look good.
Yeah. Great cast. Dunkirk. Not Dunkirk. What's that? Dune Part 2. I think that's next year, though. I don't think that comes out this year.
No, I'm pretty sure that. No, it might. You're right. It might be next year. I don't know. I haven't seen the first one yet.
John Wick 4. Yes. I really enjoyed Tenet. I loved it the first time I saw it, but it went down a little bit for me. But I still really enjoyed Tenet.
No.
But I think this movie is. You know what honestly my favorite Christopher Nolan movie is, though, is Interstellar. I saw Interstellar 7 times in theaters, I think. I think I saw Interstellar 7 times. Like that's my favorite Christopher Nolan movie.
Wow. That's a lot of times in theaters, Justin.
I loved, and every time I watch it I still see new things every time. Every time I will catch new things. Oh, Knock at the Cabin. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited for that. That's going to be a good one.
We'll see. I'm not.
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah. M. Night's a little bit hit and miss.
But yeah. Some people will argue with you and tell you that he's not, and that all of his movies are great.
I loved Split. I actually love Glass. Glass is underrated.
I really liked Glass. I did, but I didn't love it. Split, I loved.
Old was terrible.
Split.
I did not like Old. Old was And Knock at the Cabin, though, he could have like his comeback again. Like he always has like a good movie, a bad movie, good movie, bad movie. So
we'll see. But also, did you guys see that there's a sequel to Violent Night being made? I never saw Violent Night, and I'm not going to watch it.
On Peacock right now.
I'm not going to watch it till next year. I have to watch it around Christmas time.
Oh, you.
I was talking to my wife about it the other day. I said I have to wait.
Okay.
Have to wait till next Christmas. You know,
I
can't watch Christmas movies unless it's Christmas time. I can't do it.
Well, I understand. I'm with you on that.
But yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. We've gone almost our normal hour and a half. It was Tuesday. It was 6 p.m. We were on track. We were on time. We were here. You guys were awesome in the chat. A lot of great theories, speculation, questions, observations. We love this. The next time Justin and I will be talking in depth about Scream 6 is when it comes out.
Very excited.
We've only got 6 weeks, and we'll do an episode probably with some other guests on here too. We'll have a panel where we're going to talk about Scream 6. But for all you guys, for all you guys that joined us, and if you're watching back on the playback, thank you for taking your time to listen to us tonight. Leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel below and Justin's channel, Ryan1988, if you have not already. And Justin, do you have any parting words for the people?
I hear somebody in the other. You want to?
J-Dev, you will be on.
You want to? Okay. All right.
J-Dev, you will come on. J-Dev, we're going to have J-Dev TV on for the Scream 6 discussion. You will be there, my friend.
Well, hello, everybody. It's Cher.
Oh, Cher.
How's it going? How are you? What's happening here? I'm Cher, everybody. In case you guys don't know who I am, I'm Cher. I wrote, famous songs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Believe. I wrote that one.
No.
I can turn back time. I did
If
all that.
I could turn back
If I could
time.
turn back time.
Yeah.
I just want to stop in. You know, I took a break for a little bit. I told Justin, I said,
She was on
you
a
know,
bender. She was drinking a lot.
I love my food. That's what it was. I love my food, but I needed a break. I need a new year, new me. And but now, you know, I wanted to say hello to everybody. So
Well,
I'm
guys,
gonna go though. I need to go, you know, catch up on, you know, some you know.
J-Dev, why does Justin do the share thing? I don't know what you're talking about, J-Dev. That's not Justin.
I don't know what. No, I am 100% share right now. Okay?
Yes.
And because Justin just thinks I'm good company, don't you, Justin? I think you're great company. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you know, Cher's been going through a lot lately. J-Dev, she had a drinking problem that she was very public about on one of our streams, how she'd been drinking. And Justin's just been a good friend. And in turn, she's surprised us on some streams. And she's just come in to say hi to you guys. You know, everybody knows Cher.
Yeah,
Everybody loves Cher.
because, you know, just wondered why. Because she brings a lot of spirit to this, I think. Besides us, Cher brings a lot of spirit to it. That and one time I did it and everybody was like, we need Cher. And I'm like, okay, Cher's coming.
Well, there it is. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to our special guest, Cher. And we will see you next Tuesday night for another episode of Haddonfield High Alumni. Y'all stay healthy. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay happy. And most importantly, if you don't like Halloween ends, you're wrong.
You're definitely wrong.